Hi, this is A. Wesley, that ain't who tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, uh, episode 17, reunion part 1. It started off with Andy introducing the ladies. He called them all out. I think he called out, uh, uh, Meredith first, then Angie, and then and then uh, and then Lisa Barlow, and then Heather, and then Monica was the last one they called out. After he introduced the ladies, they showed a flashback of episode 16 where Heather kind of told the girls about Monica being the reality TV Van Voss blog site, and so that's where the reunion started off. So Andy, like I said, he greeted the girls, asked the girls how were they doing. They said they was all doing well and fine, and things like that. And then after that, he asked Monica. He said, Monica, were you surprised by what happened on the island with the ladies, and why? And will you explain what is what that reality TV van blog is? And she said it was just a blog site. It was just a blog site. And she said it was created by me and some more people. We all created together. And then so he said, Monica, can you could see how the girls could feel about what you did. Not only did you have a blog, but you came into this group, into this circle with the knowledge of that you were stalking them, and then you were getting information about them, and then you were going back reporting it and saying it on your blogs and stuff like that. He said, because you can understand the girls being upset by that. And then Heather chimed in and said, yeah, we were very hurt by that. When I found out that she was reality TV Vaughn, I didn't even know what reality TV Vaughn was. She said once I found out about it, I started doing research, and I had some of my people doing the research and stuff like that. And so she was saying, "You really did hurt me, Monica. You hurt the whole group. You hurt the whole group by doing this." And then so she said, "Well, it was just a blog site. Everybody do blog sites." She said, just like she mentioned about she mentioned one of the high blog sites. I think she said gossip. Yeah, she said Gossip in the City used to be another blog site name, but now it's Gossip in the City. And so Andy said, "Well, how did you really come up with this blog and create this blog?" So she said it was just a fun thing to do at first. It was just a fun thing to do, kind of make fun of the ladies and do stuff like that. And then he asked her, how did you get to know Jen? How was you and Jen Shaw became friends? She said, at first I was just doing little errands for Jen Shaw, off and on, off and on. And then when Jen Shaw fired her assistant, I decided to jump in and be her assistant. He said, were you and Jen friends?" She said, "At that time we were friends. We were real friends, and stuff like that." Now I don't think nobody believed Monica when she said she was just a friend of Jen Shaw, and Jen Shaw didn't pay her for no kind of like assistant work or like assistant work or office secretary or anything like that. Nobody believed that part. But anyway, she said she befriended Jen, and she said Jen seemed like a nice woman at first, but she said after she got to working with Jen for a while, she saw the behind the scenes how Jen really was, and she said she really just started that blog to out Jen Shaw, because she said she didn't like the way Jen Shaw was doing was doing some of her employees, and she didn't like this, so she did that blog to out Jen Shaw out. And then so and then so Andy said to Monica. He said, Monica, to tell the people how you got on the show. And she was saying, well, what it was, the show's ratings suck. And they said, so I told them that I don't want need to be on the show because the ratings that suck and they might get canceled. And they look kind of funny. Everybody look kind of funny. And they said, you actually said that? She said, yeah. She said, I actually said all of that. And she said, I just really, really, really wanted to out Jen show out and stuff. And so she said that was the way to do it. That was the way to do it. And she said I even had to audition. And then I think it was either Meredith or Lisa said we didn't have to audition like that. She said, well, why I had to audition, and that audition was in the audition. They sent me an email saying that I had to audition, so I know I had to audition. And then so he said, Whitney, what about the relationship between you and Heather? He said, you and Heather had kind of a rough patch here. And she said, yeah, at first we did. And she said, because of shit, what Heather wrote in her book, Bad Mormon and stuff. And then Heather said, we already cleared that up. But Heather said, I didn't write anything negative about you. I just talked about the gift that you gave your husband. She said, but I didn't like that. I didn't like that you wrote that about me because it made me feel like I was over sexualizing and stuff and that. And I don't want people to think me. I don't want people to think of me like that. She said I was just giving a present to my gift. She said we already explained that. I already said that I was sorry for writing that Meredith and stuff. She said, well, I mean, Whitney, and Whitney said, okay, I forgave you, but I'm just letting you know how I feel. I'm feeling. And Heather said, well, okay, I understand it, and I apologize. And so Andy moved. He said, well, let's move on. So Andy moved on, and Andy said, and Andy said, Monica, uh, why, why did you let people think that Meredith was the one who started that rumor about what you calls about what you about her marriage. And she was saying, well, what it was, I heard rumors about marriage was like a swinger and have an open marriage. So all I did was repeat what I heard. Well, it was a rumor or something. And then so Lisa said, that was wrong of you to do that. You shouldn't be trying to get in people's marriage and do stuff like that. And then Meredith said, it was like that. She said we do. She said I did do that. Me and my husband, we had troubles in our marriage, and I did and I did kind of cheat on him, and to me it made our marriage better, and then. I think it was Lisa, one of the other girls. I think it was Lisa Whitney was saying, "Oh no, I couldn't be in a marriage like that." She said, "Well, like I said, what works for me in my marriage might not work for you in your marriage." And then so Andy said, Monica, Monica, you also was accused of cheating. And she said, yeah. He said with your brother-in-law. She said he wasn't really my brother-in-law. He was like my head brother-in-law. He said, but it's still your brother-in-law. She said I got so many backlash from the Mormon church, and I was excommunicated, and they called me all kind of traps and all kind of W's and stuff like that. And she said that really did affect me and stuff. When then people and then Heather chimed in and said, "Well, now you see how we feel when you were stalking us and saying mean stuff about us on the internet. Now you know how it feels." She said, "Yeah, and it feels awful." And she said, "If it feels awful to you, just imagine how awful it feels to us." That's what Heather was saying to Monica. And then after that, and then after that, Andy said, rate, Andy said, "Yeah, Rachel, you came into this group. You came into this group a little shaky at first, but then the people in the group they liked you and stuff." She said, "Yeah, you had a good rapport with the woman." She said, "Yes." She said, "But she said, what about the relationship between you and Monica?" She said, "Me and Monica were friends at first until Monica started spreading them rumors about my husband." And then Monica said, "Well, all of us in the group heard those rumors about your husband possibly being gay." And she said, I didn't like that. She went around telling those rumors and stuff about my husband when that wasn't true. And Monica said, "Well, all the women knew about it, and all the women heard about it." And then Andy said, "Did all y'all know about it and hear about it?" And then they said, "Yeah." And then Meredith said, "Yeah, but I didn't think nothing of it." And then Lisa said, "Well, I didn't think nothing of it either. I just thought somebody was just saying something out of the blue." And then Monica said, "Well, what it is, these women were thinking what I actually came out and said, and what I did, I just told Rachel that these rumors were floating around about her husband, and I thought she should know about it." And Rachel talking about, but that was defaming my husband's character, and my husband was saying our kids may wind up seeing this one day, and I was saying, "Yeah, I was saying, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." She told me he was crying. They showed a picture of him crying and stuff, but I'm sorry, I wouldn't have been crying. I would have explained. I would explain that like I said, a natural, normal heterosexual man would say. They would say, "No, I ain't that," and they wouldn't have been crying. They would say, "You better tell your girlfriends to leave my name out of their mouth, and I'm not even like that." And so what it is, she said it really hurt my family, and she said, "Well," she said, "and I also thought Monica was my friend, but after that incident, she spread those rumors about my husband. That's when our friendship went left. That's when our friendship." And then Monica said, "Well, I was just repeating what other people said, and that's all I did, and that's all I did, and stuff like that." And so after that, he said, "Monica, he said, Monica, what about the relationship between you and Rachel? Do you think you and Rachel could ever get a relationship back?" She said, "Well, I don't know. I guess." And then after that, Rachel said, "Well, it would be kind of hard for me to accept Monica right now." She said, "I can't forgive Monica right now." And then he talked about, and then he went to Whitney, and he said, "Whitney, you had some little rough patches in your marriage, and you had stuff going on." She said, "Yeah, I wanted my husband to help me take care of my kids more. At first he wasn't doing it, but now he's doing a little bit, getting a little bit better at it and stuff like that." She said, "We did have marital problems, but me and my husband just decided to work things out and stuff like that." So they kind of did a couple of flashbacks and stuff about our marriage. And then after that, he said, "Monica, do you think that you owe Rachel an apology?" She said, "Well, she said, well, I do think I owe Rachel an apology." And she said, "I did." She said, "I did apologize to Rachel. It was kind of like off camera, and I thought our relationship had kind of it was kind of on the mend. It was kind of mend to finish." And Rachel said, "Like I said, I told you I can't forgive you for spreading those lies because I thought you were my friend. You were not my friend." And she said, "I was your friend." And Rachel said, "Shut up." And she said, "You don't tell me to shut up. You shut up, you bitch woman. You bitch woman, just sitting on the bitch and not doing anything." She said, "I'm not a bitch woman." She said, "You a bitch woman." And then they kept going back and forth. And then Andy said, "Calm it down, calm it down." And then that was the end of part one of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion part one. Like I said, it went off with Monica and Rachel fussing. And so like I said, I really did like the I really did like part one. I didn't think part one was gonna be any kind of good because Mary went on there, but it was good. But it was good, and it gave me what I need. He had just enough subtle action without going overboard. Like I said, so far I really like this reunion. This is A. Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a Ti is. I am out.